Good morning, and happy Saturday from the farm. Today is December 24th, 2022. And welcome to Thinking Outside the Soil, where we talk about the farmers and ranchers that use hydroponic practices to grow the crops and creatures we need to eat. I am your host, Sean Short, and thank you for being with me on this beautiful morning. What a great day lies ahead for us all. Today, I am going to define hydroponic fodder, but I wanted to first tell you how I came to learn about hydroponic fodder. I remember being a young researcher trying to figure out how to teach farmers and ranchers this concept of hydroponic agriculture. The thing is, at the time, I was learning what ranchers' real needs were. And the big problem I learned was that farmers are running out of water and space. And this meant seeing those farmers and ranchers go out of business, which is culling their herds or killing their birds. But if by chance something amazing happened, I got this call from a local rancher about growing livestock feed with hydroponics. And it instantly became clear to me how to grow livestock feed with this method, because I could see farmers and ranchers staying in business. So I started by reaching out to other farmers and finding out what their challenges were. And I discovered there are a lot of others out there growing animal feed with hydroponic fodder. But I didn't stop with my research. I took all of that information and compiled it and looked at all of the crops that we use to feed our animals and the top animals that we used in agriculture. And after that, I wrote a book about hydroponic fodder. And this is this method of growing our animal feed, typically for livestock like the chickens, cows, sheep, goat, duck, horses, and pigs. And growing their feed without soil using this nutrient-rich water solution and a growing medium like sand, gravel, coconut coir, or just water. In hydroponic fodder systems, these plants are grown in a tray or reservoir that's just filled with this water and possibly growing medium, and then they are fed with a nutrient-rich solution which can provide the plants everything that they need to grow. These systems can be used to grow a variety of the different types of forage crops, including like all of the grasses or legumes or grains that we usually feed to our animals. And these plants are typically grown in a greenhouse environment or an indoor environment like a warehouse, and they are harvested when they're at this young leafy stage because they're the most nutritious for the animals. Now, hydroponic fodder systems have several advantages over traditional methods of growing livestock feed in the soil, and this is because it can be used to grow feed year-round, regardless of the weather conditions. And we can set them up in areas where the soil conditions are not really that good to grow crops. Hydroponic fodder operations also allow for a greater control over the growing conditions for things like that temperature or the humidity and even our nutrient levels, which allows the rancher or farmer to have a lot more consistency and a higher quality feed. So it's good to note that most importantly, these hydroponic fodder systems use significantly less water and a lot less land compared to traditional soil production methods. Estimates show over a 90% savings on a lot of these things, meaning they're using a lot less land and a lot less water, which means they're a lot more sustainable in the big picture. So building on everything that I had learned, I decided to publish a book that was aimed for the farmer, aimed for the rancher, and aimed for the policymaker, rather than the academic egghead who is going to just read and think about it. I call the book Thinking Outside the Soil. And with Thinking Outside the Soil, you can see how hydroponic fodder can help farmers and ranchers save water, improve their livestock quality, and become better stewards. So if you do want to learn more about how hydroponic fodder helps farmers and ranchers, please go to thinkingoutidethesoil.com and stay in tune for another edition of Thinking Outside the Soil. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. Thank you again, and have a lovely day.